What we saw a few days ago was one of the most critical days in America.
The election results.
It is election day.
It is election night.
And what was that? Let's find out. It was election day, Tuesday, November 7th to be exact. Some people believe that there is only one election every 4 years. You can argue why the presidential election matters the most, and I get it, but that's not true. Every election is important. We don't just vote for who we want to become president, but we also vote for who we want in our school committees to represent us and to make laws on our behalf, also known as Congress. Every election is an essential day in American politics, and I could argue why it should be a national holiday. But if it's so crucial, why did Republicans lose again? I say again because they lost in 2018, 2020, 2022, and 2023. Why was that? I'll tell you. Some people have their thoughts on why Republicans keep losing their elections, but they're wrong. It's not because abortion was on the ballot. It's not even because one issue in particular. It's several. Gender issues, gay marriage, and parental rights are all just a few things that were on ballots throughout America. But Republicans are not blaming conservatives for those wins, merely just for the losses. We could also look at who is in control of the Republican GOP, and that is Ronna McDaniel. I never saw anyone lose so many times and get promoted right after. People don't realize that Ronna is the issue. People also don't realize that whatever they say is a quote winning issue isn't a winning issue just a few short years ago. Transgenderism was seen as a quote losing issue for Republicans, but boy were they wrong. They were wrong because Republicans adopted a new strategy, and it's called making the case and arguing their position. Making a case for truth and why we should stick to common sense and not force everyone to comply is what the Republicans and conservatives did with the issue. They also showed the insanity of the left-wing caucus with the issue. Quote, winning issues can be anything if you have the right view and your opponent has the wrong view. But even if we try to make the case for other things that we are seeing now, like abortion, the ad dollars that are being put into the election from the Democrats outweighs the Republicans by 4-1. This isn't only because the left has all the power, like the schools, the media, social media, and the most wealthy Hollywood billionaires. It's also because they stick together as one team trying to defeat whom they look at as Nazis. It's just funny that they stand with the people that they believe are going against quote-unquote Nazis. They also side with Hamas, which is literally trying to do the same exact thing what Nazis tried to do. But that's besides the point. Democrats also use this technique, which is to talk nonstop about how evil Republicans are, but Republicans refuse to use the same tactic against them. Democrats will also use political power to get what they want, but when a Republican wins, they sit on their hands and say that the tactic is above them. Thus, nothing gets done. Republicans also keep raiding our nearest homeless shelter, pointing to a random guy and saying, you lucky homeless person are our next president. Obviously, that's not how it's supposed to be done. Also, if you as a candidate can't devise a plan to avoid getting backed into a corner by your opponent, then just back away and let somebody else come in your place. Additionally, looking at the candidates we picked in the last couple of elections, we can see that we did an awful job. For example, look at 2022 in Pennsylvania. You expect me to believe that Mayor Oz, a fake TV doctor from Hollywood, was the best person for the job? One, he's a Democrat. You can't even say that this guy changed his mind over the 1 year that he decided to live in Pennsylvania. The guy was shouting left-leaning talking points throughout that whole entire time. Ridiculous. That's not even the only problem with Republicans. We looked weak, not just for the reasons I said above, but also because we spent a month without a House Speaker. That was a clown show. What's the solution? I'll lay it out so we can win 2024. We need to have a strong message, which is that Joe Biden is bad at his job. Look at the economy, the state of the world, etc. Next, our Republican governors to show what a baby looks like at 15 weeks and make the case for a national 15-week abortion ban. Make sure to support Israel, but focus on America first. Pick a candidate that can wrong foot his opponent. Last but not least, stand together behind one candidate, donate all the money from all the other parties to that one, and run ads against the Democrat. We can agree that a baby is a baby at least 15 weeks, so let's make it a federal ban. Let's win for a change and get things done. We need to band together and get somebody that can actually wield political power, number one. Number two, actually get the things done that we want them to get done.